Welcome to another Litter Media Live special edition. And it is special to me because it's Chillicothe Yellow Day. Not today, but coming up Friday, May 3rd. And we have with us representatives of Chillicothe Yellow Day. We'll tell you who they are and more in just a moment, but first this from Adina Health.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Joined today by Ben Trotter, also Hudson Ward, Lynn Bunstine, and Abby Trotter. We've got Trotter bookends here. Keep them separated. Chillicothe Yellow Day. It's all about kindness. And Ben, let's start with the history of all this, if you don't mind. Your mother is the reason this all kind of got started, right?
Yeah, so years ago, many years ago now, my mom taught with Adam Peterson in our hometown in Illinois. Adam and her were co-teachers in kindergarten. My mom was kind of his mentor. And then my mom came down with cancer and ended up passing away in 2013. And Adam came up with this idea to celebrate the idea of kindness and looking out for other people, which my mom always taught her children while they were in class. And it revolved around the word yellow, which was my mom's favorite color. And then here we are today.
I still find it unique. Your mother's first name was Honor, and we're honoring Honor's memory in this special way. It's gone from being something that happened in Illinois to stretching across not only America, but internationally, hasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know the exact countries now, but I know Adam referenced it last time we talked as being in multiple different countries across the world now where people are celebrating some version of it or some idea of yellow and Yellow Day, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. Now, Adam was with us here a couple of years ago. We had a chance to sit down and talk with you and he here in studio, but he's also coming back to Chillicothe again, and he'll be at Hud's place, right?
Correct. He's staying at the Carlisle, and we always look forward to when he shows up. He brightens the room the minute he walks in.
Yeah. I can't imagine being one of his students because he has such an engaging, bright personality, and he is what yellow represents for this particular day. Talk a little bit about Adam, a little more about where you're linked with Adam.
So again, my mom was his mentor teacher. He came out of college right into being a kindergarten teacher, and it just was his perfect place to be. It's his personality fits being with kids and educating them. And my mom really gravitated towards him because she wanted somebody to continue to do things the way she thought it was meant to be done. And everything she did was for the children, for their education, for their growth, and for them to become good people as they got older. And Adam just fit that for her. And so Adam, by proxy, became part of our family while she was around and spent a lot of time with him, with teaching and summers and everything else. And so that's how they became good friends. And then he became kind of a part of the family thereafter.
Yeah, fantastic. And grateful to have him back with us again. That will be a special event Thursday night, is that right?
Correct. Thursday night, we're doing an event at the Carlisle, I believe sponsored by Paper City Mentoring Project, where they're going to open up the doors for Adam to have a one-on-one talk or a one-on however many people come talk with local teens, local students to kind of express what this movement's about and to try to give them an insight on what yellow is and how they can move it forward. The goal here is to turn Yellow Day into every day. And I think we all get this warm, fuzzy feeling on Yellow Day, but then after it's done, we go back to our normal rat race lives, and we need to remember that, just one little act of kindness, one compliment can have a profound effect on someone that you meet each day. So it's repetition, and the more you talk about it, the more you express it, the more you explain it, and the more you practice and show it, the more it gets ingrained in your personality, and the more it brightens everybody's life.
Lynn and Abby, you two have been kind of driving forces behind this as well, and we've seen a lot of painting downtown and storefronts, many messages that are on there about being kind. But as we talked before the Chillicothe Noontime Rotary, I shared a quick little story that I'm walking downtown and I'm coming up to Paint and Main Street, and on a light post was a little yellow sticker that had been faded. This was in the middle of summer. It said, "Be kind." So those types of messages are still around, and it's the kind of thing you want to portray to all the kids, not just kids, but adults as well.
Right. Absolutely. I'm not sure where you're leading me, but the National Honor Society members, I'm sorry, not National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society groups from CHS and UNYOTA did all the painting of the windows downtown, and they look fantastic. And the ribbons, Mary Rusk tied those, and they were tied onto the poles by various people. So it really looks really amazing downtown right now. So great presentation, and we hope some of these things will remain up long after this week's over.
What this group is doing is what I think every grandparent wants done, what every parent wants done as well. And Abby is a mom of some youngins. They've grown up around this. So what's it been like to see them participate in an event like this?
I love it. They love it. They love, doing random acts of kindness. If it's just opening up a door, Gigi, every time the Chillicothe track runners are running outside, she says, "Mom, roll down the window so I can tell them good job." Just little things to brighten people's day. And it's just really nice to see that in your kids, and hopefully it continues to spread.
Now, Lynn, was this something that was a trait that Abby had as a young child as well?
She did. She was a special one, but I better not get started on that because. So anyway, we're just so pleased with how things are going and how this has turned out because of the connection with Ben. I gained another son when he came to town, so it's just been amazing.
The volunteer workforce behind this whole deal has been fantastic as well, hasn't it?
Absolutely amazing. There are so many people to thank that we couldn't begin to do that here today. Hudson is managing the Yellow Day Facebook page, and if you're not a member of it, just like it so you get all the notices, and he'll be sending lots of shout outs and thank yous for various people. Not that they expect that, but we just like to share the kindness and promote that.
It's the kind thing to do, right?
It's the kind thing to do, yeah. And he's good at that.
But there will be lunch, activities for the kids.
Yep.
You've got the Sheriff's Department involved, and a whole bunch of other folks.
Right. Mary Montgomery, through the Chillicothe City School District, is bringing lunch from the cafeteria to downtown Chillicothe to feed all the kids. The hot dogs are going to be cooked by the Sheriff's Department and the commissioners, which is amazing. Also have several stations, creation stations that will be set up around the area in front of the courthouse where the streets are closed down for the kids to make projects like placemats that we're going to put in the nursing homes and at Adina. Hopefully everybody next week that has lunch at Adina will have a placemat that was decorated with love by the kids. So,
and what I think is interesting, this has been around long enough that the high school ensemble will be playing from Chillicothe High School,
right.
The jazz band. Those kids were elementary kids when this all started.
Absolutely, and we are so thrilled that they are both playing. Last year, the jazz band played from CHS, and this year, of course, the symphonic orchestra is going to be involved. So between 9:30 and 11:30, they will be playing their wonderful music for everyone to listen to while the kids are doing their random acts of kindness downtown. And then we'll have a short program from 11:30 to maybe 12:15 lunch, and they will continue playing for another hour while everyone's eating lunch and mingling.
Ben, what would Mom say?
That's a tough question. I think you asked me something similar before, and I said that my mom probably wouldn't really know what to say, and that it would be, she would look at it and think that this couldn't be about me. She never looked at herself as somebody who would be inspiring or bring this type of mentality or mindset to people. But in the truth of it all, when you look back at it, is that the reason Adam felt the way he did, the way, our families turned out, the way the community's wrapped around this is just that mentality, that personality, that perspective on life is something that I think all of us really want and desire. And she brought it every day to her kids in her school, brought it to the people she was around, and it stuck with them and it's carried on. Yeah. And so I think she would love it, but wouldn't think it was about her.
Yeah. Hud, how has this impacted you? Because you are very involved downtown, but you're kind of behind the scenes in some respects, but you operate a lot of things right there at the Carlisle building.
Well, I tried to be behind the scenes when it started. How I got into this is the first year they did this, I walked around and took pictures. Next year I was on the committee, and every year we've added to it. We made it through COVID and still we're able to pull it off. And I think that's one of the things I'm most proud of is I've been involved in a lot of things that it kind of lost steam through COVID. This has only grown and gotten bigger. And I think the one thing that makes this stand out above everything else that I'm in, that it's not for something, in this day and age, and rightfully so, everything's a fundraiser or everything's, got a goal in mind. Our goal is simple: be kind, compliment people. And, one of the toughest challenges I get is I have thousands of people, it seems like, reaching out saying, what can we do? And I don't want to be rude, but the answer is be kind. You don't have to buy something. They ask, where can I donate? Buy a bubble machine and put it on the corner of Paint Street. There's no hidden agenda behind it. There's no goal behind it. The hidden agenda, if I were to point one out, would be to make this last until Saturday and then till Sunday. And then someday we sit here and we talk about Yellow Year and how Chillicothe is the yellow town, because it isn't about anything other than just making people happy and realizing, one smile, one compliment can change the course of a person's, not just their day, their life. If you catch someone when they're at their worst and you build them up, that just has a steamroll effect that is nothing but positive. So it's positive and it's moving forward and it's free. Come down, have fun, watch smiles.
Yeah. You can open a door for someone, as Abby mentioned a moment ago, 10 times and no one responds or even says thank you. But when that one finally says thank you, it makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it?
Well, and I, when we were talking about the Art Honor Society students coming, for me, that's always when this week really gets real. And I can't be more impressed with those students that were there. And what reminded me of that is, as I hold the door to let them into the Carlisle, I've got 30 students telling me thank you, each one, to the point where I'm like, you're all thanked. Trust me, you're all thanked. Go with it. But I mean, just to see that they're embracing it too. And that day is so much fun. They go out, Unioda and CHS, you don't know who's with who. They're all friends. It's all it's love and kindness and fun. And I mean, we need a lot more of that in this world today.
In this world of take, when we can give in a special way and it costs us nothing, yeah, that's all the better, right? Yes. Final thoughts as we put a wrap on things.
Final thoughts. Help me here, Abby. We're just so excited. I mean, Hud and Ben have kind of summed it all up. And I will say that a principal told me the other day that she was in Cleveland and they were talking about Chillicothe Yellow Day at a conference, a teacher's conference. So I'm just kind of blown away by that. Hopefully people will know that this is a town to come to this whole week and help celebrate with us.
Just keep spreading the kindness.
Yep, keep doing it.
Making yellow contagious.
Yes,
yep.
Yes.
We appreciate you coming in, and we'll see you on Thursday night for the Adam Peterson event, but also on Friday. It starts at 9:30, and
right.
You hope to have everything wrapped up by?
Probably 1:30, but then there will be a parade that the high school National Honor Society is spearheading, the third annual GOSI Yellow Day Parade, and they're doing it on the streets of downtown between 1:45 and 2:45. So if anybody can linger and participate in that, it would just be wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a CHS student that is battling cancer.
Yeah. We appreciate your efforts in all this. Thank you so much for coming up and joining us here to tell more people about Chillicothe Yellow Day, which is Friday. And as the events wrap up by 1:30 and then the parade, let's remember, carry it throughout the year as well.
Yes.
Be kind.
Yes.
Thanks for watching this edition of Litter Media